Niambia kola from which county. Any song request tutatucheze, send it in at Reggae Iration, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Rashem, at
DJ SitK.
Yes man. Also remember that tukona guest Dustry straight out of Jamaica, one-on-one, live and direct. Ukitaka question yoyote tumuulize, unataka anything, this is the Know Your Artist segment. Make sure you send in your question, tutakuwa namuuliza live and direct. Tumecheza ngoma yake inajiita Revolution na moja inajiita The Torch. Right away, greetings Dustry, welcome to the show.
Yeah man, greetings to the masses, ones and ones, you know. Reggae Iration, rule the nation.
Yeah man, give thanks. I'm glad you could join us this good looking afternoon. So first things first, we've played 2 tracks. We've played The Torch and we've played Revolution. Can you talk to me about Revolution, what inspired this track, and just what was the creative process behind it a little bit?
Okay, well, when we talk about the track, the Revolution, right, we speak of the how they're treating our country, you know. It's selling out of our country, it's selling out of the natural resources, you know. It's like these things are being treated as if it is not ours, you know. So there's a lot of things going on with just the overall selling out of our country, our lands, you know. And it's like nobody really cares, you know, nobody really sings about it anymore. So I took the opportunity to uplift and educate, you know, everyone and inform everybody that all of the things that is going on in the country, you know. So that's where the revolution really came about, you know, is to bring people up to par, educate them and uplift them, you know, to let them see what is going on.
All right. Now, Dustry, some of our viewers may have never heard of your, not even maybe not heard about your song. Maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your journey in reggae music. When did it start?
Yes. Well, you know, it has been a long journey. It's been a long journey, right? Because I've been in the music business for quite a few years now, right? But, you know, everything is a process, you know. So what we do, we try to give the masses the real reggae and the real dancehall, you know what I'm saying? You know, reggae and dancehall was really originated to uplift the people and educate, you know, and to entertain as well, right? But I've been in the music business for quite some time. I've been writing and performing here and there around Jamaica, you know. I've been performing in Florida. Yeah, I've been performing in Florida as well in my early years.
All right.
You know.
All right. Maybe you could just share what inspired you to be an artist, and who was just some of your early artistic influences that you are listening to or have shaped your style over the years?
Yes, well, you know, my early influences started from a tender age, because, you know, I grew up in the country, right? I grew up in the hills of Alexandria, in the country. You know, you know that when you grow up in the country, music was our only form of entertainment at that time, you know what I'm saying? So that's when you have like the sound systems used to play music, you know. So we got exposed to music from a very, very, very early age, you know. It was the likes of Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, you know, Edgar Isaacs, Dennis Brown, you know. We kind of grew up in that kind of era. And then when we got a little bit older now, we have like Bounty Killer, Buju Banton, Sizzla, Capleton, you know. So we tend to learn from the people who have done it, you know, in those times, and it kind of influence us. You know, it gives us a sense of inspiration.
All right.
You know, so those are some of the artists that really influenced me to become an artist to carry on the great work, you know, that they're doing.
All right.
And if you listen to my songs, you will see that my songs are really carrying on from the great works of the teachers that I learned from.
All right. What would you say are your 2 greatest motivation that keeps you going in this reggae music and dancehall music?
Wow, I think, you know, it's just one of them is also the drive from what you have inside. You know, you were meant to be an artist. You know, that was your first choice, your first love. You know, so it really starts from yourself. You know, you are your own inspiration. And then when I get inspired by the masses out there that listen to my music and give me the positive feedback from my music when I perform at shows, just to see the positive reaction from the people. You know, that gives me a lot of inspiration. So I feed from the masses as much as they feed when I put out my songs. You know, so it's self-motivation and the energy from the masses out there as well that keeps me going.
All right. Let's talk about the single Touch. You released it last year. It was, I think, it was during the COVID pandemic. What was really going on in your mind when writing this track? Just tell us a little bit about it also.
Okay, the Torch, you know, interestingly, when I was about to write the Torch, right? I didn't start out as to write the Torch. It was just that I'm the type of person who is in touch with my ancestors and what's going on even in Africa too as well. I think I was watching a documentary on the exploitation of your diamonds, your gold, your cobalt, and how they're treating African nations itself, you know, and then that really inspired me to say, wait a minute, you know, this really looks like I can do a song. So the Torch was really inspired by Africa itself, you know, just by how they are being treating the lands, you know, the exploitations. That's why when I say in the song, still capture land, down here they sell them never own it, that means it's captured land from our ancestors.
All right.
Right, that they are selling out, right? And they reaping all the diamonds and gold, you know, that means that everybody comes in, they reap your diamond, they reap your gold, your cobalt, you know, and all that stuff. And then the African nation sees nothing from it, you know, it goes somewhere else, and the African nation still doesn't benefit from it. So that was one of my reasons for writing The Torch. You know, The Torch is really a fire tune.
All right.
So that was one of the reasons for writing it.
All right, all right. You talk about, I see myself as a musical person who puts no limit in the kind of music I do. Now, how will you describe your style based on this statement, and how has it changed over the years?
Well, you know, I started out as a dancehall artist. Right? I started on the real hardcore dancehall. But as you go along, you find that there's no limit to what you do. So when you book a Dustry for a show, you are getting actually 3 sets in one. You know, you're getting the dancehall, you're getting the reggae, and you're getting the international crossovers. You know, because there's no limit to say you are a dancehall artist, so you have to do dancehall straight. You're a reggae artist, you have to do reggae straight. You know, once you can do all the 2 or 3 of them in still the same perspective, right? So I'm a musical person. There's no limit to what kind of song that I do. I just try to keep it positive at all times. You understand? Keep it clean, keep it positive, so that everybody in the world can listen and enjoy it. Right? So when you book Dustry for a show, you get in 3 different genres and 3 different sets on one stage at the same time, right? You know, so that's why I say I'm a musical person. There's no limit or boundaries, you know?
All right, all right.
Right? It's really to uplift the society, because we are the ones in the society. You know, we see what is going on. We know what is going on, right? So we actually have to put it in song, because let me tell you, music is the most influential tool in the world right now. Music is the most influential tool, right? And if you don't use it wisely, then you are going to be a part of the problem, right? So, but if you use it in a positive note, you know, to inspire everyone in society as what to do and what not to do and what is going wrong, you know, it can open up their hearts, open up their eyes, you know. They can actually learn something from a song that you do and change their ways, understand? So I think my songs have a positive effect on society itself, right? Because we try to uplift everybody. We don't contribute to what is going on. We try to uplift you from it, right? Because there's a lot of crime and violence in the world, not just Jamaica or in Africa itself, you know. So we try to spread it out so everybody try to unite and try to work things out and try to live, you know, try to love.
Now, talking about that, do you think the message is really getting into the youth, especially in Jamaica? We've seen the news, a lot of gun violence, a lot of shooting in the street. Do you think the message is really getting into the youth the way you really want it to be?
Well, you know, it is getting through to some, right? But you see, because the music out here now is really, really contaminated.
All right.
By a lot of negativity. It's contaminated badly, right? It has deteriorated over the years. It has deteriorated. It's contaminated. So when you put out some positive songs, your positive songs have to fight their way through a lot of negative songs out there to get to where it's going. And if the negative songs outnumber, right, the positive songs, as we have been seeing, you know, so it's kind of a struggle and a fight.
All right.
To get your positive and energy to where it's supposed to go, you know, because it's so contaminated with all the negative music right now, right? So we still put out the fight, same way we still put out our best, you know, and we hope that it reach the masses the way how it should, you know. So we just try to put out the work as well and do all that we can, you know.
All right, all right. Boom Boom Bang, your latest track. I think it dropped 3 weeks ago. What is the thought? What was the thought process behind this track, and how has it been performing so far in the scene?
Wow. Well, you know, when we talk about that song, as I said, when we turn on our TV, when we look at our social media feed, when we listen to the news on the radio, that's like the first thing that we hear. You know, the gun violence, you know, going on, right? So when I see a lot of other artists are doing songs contributing to the gun violence, right? We say no, somebody has to take a stand, you know. So that's where I came in with the Boom Boom Bang, right? To create a diversion from what the masses would have been regularly hearing to support the negativity. Boom Boom Bang is actually what's going on in society, things that we see every day, right? So we have to sing about it to let people be aware that, hey, it's getting out of hand.
All right.
You know, not just not just here in Jamaica, but all over the world. You know, so that's why we try to put it on a track that is a more international track that can reach everybody, because everybody loves that vibe of sound. You know, so we put Boom Boom Bang on that rhythm, and ever since I released that song, you know, that's been getting nothing but positivity.
All right.
Everywhere I go, you know, every time I perform it, it's like, wow, you know, I get that positive feed, you know. So Boom Boom Bang is really doing well out there, you know. We try to push it to every corners of the earth. Over there in Africa itself, you know, we are doing some promotions on it too as well, because I would love to come down there in Africa one of these times to do it live for the masses, you know, and just to let them feel the vibe and the energy of the real and natural dancehall and reggae that we do.
All right, all right. Now I'm glad to hear that. Now, where are you now musically, and how would you rate your growth and development?
Well, my growth has really traveled a long way. Because as I said, I started out as a dancehall artist, a hardcore in a sound. It has grown over the years where I get a lot more creative. I get to use my voice in every different way, not just like dancehall, hardcore, but actually the sing J, you know, where I'm actually recording on reggae sounds now and all that stuff. So it has become a long way. The journey and the development of my voice and my craft, because some of the songs that I listened to when I first started out, I was like, wow, you know, they sound good, yes. When I look at some of the songs that I'm doing now in my previous, I'm like, wow, you know, I've really grown, you know. It's really expanded into, you know, something that I was like, wow, I'm coming from here, I know I'm up here, you know, and, you know, it's just a great vibe, you know, to know that I've become so far and stood firm on the journey, you know. So it has been a growth. It has been a growth. We're still growing,
All right.
but, you know, we give thanks for how far we are now.
Talking about growth, how would you compare the reggae space right now compared to 10 years ago?
Well, you know, we have to ask ourselves, you know, where has all the fire gone? You remember that 10 years ago when reggae was really the column of Jamaica, right? We are not seeing enough production in reggae, right? So we have to ask ourselves, where has the fire gone? That's why I try to keep the fire burning, you know. There's a lot of songs that we used to hear and vibe to and get some inspiration from or get some teachings from. We're not getting those songs anymore. I'm not sure if those songs are not being recorded, but they are definitely not being played in the parties and in the dance hall and on the radio. We don't hear that stuff. It's contaminated with other, the newer things now. You understand? So where it was 10 years ago, it has deteriorated coming up the line. Now, you know, where we don't get that vibe and that sound from it what we are accustomed to, right? So that is why persons who know better, we do better. Understand? So we try to keep the fire burning, right? So that's how I write my songs, because we learn from the best. So we try to be like the best or be a little bit extra. You understand? So that's deteriorated, but, you know, we're still pushing the fire, you know, still keeping it burning.
All right. Now, talking about post-COVID, what are just some of the things you've been able to learn, some lessons, some research that we've been able just to understand and do in order just to enhance your music?
Well, you know, during the COVID, it gives us a chance to really sit back. It didn't give us a chance, give us extra time, a lot of extra time, right? To actually give some thought into a lot of stuff, you know, not like you're out every day on the road, you're home, you know, you are home, so you get a lot of time to think, you get a lot of time to be creative, to be like, okay, as soon as when I get something to write, I can write, you know, because I have the time. So, so COVID actually gave us a lot of time to think, you know, to sit down and analyze what is going on. You know, the pandemic going on is a strain itself, but it gave us a lot of time, you know. And so when the place kind of opened back up, you know, all of that time that you use correctly, you know, you get to put it in songs. You understand? So it gave us a chance to really have some time to write some songs and to reflect on a lot of things, you know. So it actually helps us in our way, as much as it helps us down in a certain way. But, you know, we have to look at the positive side of it.
All right. Now, talking about the future, what are some of the collaborations we should expect, some project we should expect, or even events? Are we going to see a Mama Africa tour?
Speaking of the Mama Africa tour, it's something in the pipeline. We're working on it. The publicist, you know, she's my agent down there in Africa. We have been working hard, you know, on getting a Mama land tour, you know. So we have been doing the promotions and so on. You know, so we are looking to come to Africa sometime soon. You know, I'm asking everybody out there who listen to my music, who can go on, get the promoters up and going, tell them you want to bring Dustry to Africa. You understand? Because I have a lot in store, you know, I have a lot in store, and yes, we would love to come down to Africa and do a few shows for you all, you know. We still have songs, you know, songs that still haven't been released, you know, because, you know, we keep on writing, we keep on producing. I'm in my studio as you speak, you know. So we have a lot of work, collaborations. Yes, we're trying to get some collabs with African artists as well, because I kind of like their vibe, you know. They still have that fire, right? They still push that flame, you know. So we're looking to do some collaborations with some artists down there in Africa as well, you know. And so on. So we are looking forward seeing you, man. So masses out there, reach out to your promoters. If you're a promoter on this line, reach out to us on the Instagram, reach out to me, the publicist, you know, and let's see if we can do some work, you know, bring Dustry to Africa. Yeah.
All right. How would you describe your dream project?
Wow, my dream project. Well, I would have to say, you know, we would like to do albums.
Okay.
We would like to put out albums that has long lasting albums, right? Because you know that we learned from the best.
All right.
Bob Marley's albums are still selling. Peter Tosh albums are still still selling. So we want to do albums that will sell forever and ever. So that's why we try to put out the kind of sounds that you know, we know that our songs, you know, and our albums, that's my dream, to put out albums that will last forever, not just songs that you hear them now and then next week they're gone, you forget about them, right? You want to do longevity songs. So that is my...
All right. Now, talking about that, I'd like just to know, or how would you say, what is the main purpose or goal of your work?
My main purpose of my work is to uplift, educate, and entertain.
All right.
Once you have those three in my mind, you will do positive work. Uplift the people, entertain the people, and to inform, right? Because you know that we can't have one without the other. Yes, we sing the songs and we dance around and we enjoy ourselves, but what are you really achieving? Right? Right. So you have to learn something. You have to learn.
All right. Now talking about that, you know, you've been in the game for quite some time, and how do you define success for yourself in this? To impact change or bring change?
Well, you know, in the community, you try to talk with the youths. So, you know, the youths are the ones who are going to be here later on. So if I spend sometimes I talk with the youths, you know, males and females, as to what is their goals in life, what route they're going to take. You know, just kind of uplift them to say that, you know, the world is yours, right? The world is yours. You can achieve anything you want. So as long as you keep that, be intact with the persons who are around you, you know, speak with them, uplift them, show them the way, right? Do not ignore them because you're artists and they fancy you. Oh, you have some nice songs and so on and so on. Speak to them, you know, be their mentor, you know, speak to them and try to give them some form of guidance somewhere. All right.
Now, talking about reggae music and its growth all over, towards the across the years, in Africa, reggae music it's really growing. Different artists are growing. Alpha Blondy is representing Africa. We have Tiken Jaffa Koli. If you go to Asia, there's a lot of growth in reggae music. If you go to United States, we saw even Soulja winning the Grammy Awards in the reggae category. Now, coming to Jamaica, we may say we tend to see a lot of dancehall. Not even many would want to hear the the authentic sounds, the rootsical sound, which isn't it isn't coming out really clean. What's your observation of all this? Do you think now reggae, it's time for everyone around the world to take reggae to the next level, if you compare to the way Jamaica was doing it previously?
Yes. Well, you know, the thing is that, right? The world used to look to us for the great sounds, great artists, the great sounds, right? The world used to look to us. We were the foundation of it, right? And when I look at it now, the world is doing better production than we are doing output here, right? I see artists even in Africa, they're putting out better music than we are now. That's because they see what is going on. They get inspired by what is going on. They more love what is going on. They love our culture, right? I think out here we tend to divert and start to mix our culture with the American culture and the European culture in that sense. But persons out there are doing better music than us now. So when we see reggae artists from Africa or Europe going a further way, you know, winning the awards and walking out on the big stage shows, we have to just applaud them because you know they actually love it more than us. It seems like, you know, I don't know why we stop putting out, or why we stop doing what we do, but the world is embracing our music more than we are, right? So when we see stuff like that, we just have to applaud them. You know, it's not like we're gonna fuss with them to say they're stealing our stuff. You know, it's for the world. All right. So we share.
All right. I think that's a positive comment from you, because you're one of the artists who have really embraced about just accepting the growth of music and promoting the growth of other artists. If you compare it to some artists tend to say that it's culture vulture, they're just trying to steal the sound of Jamaica, and I think it's a positive look the way we've just interpreted it. Now on to as we wind it up, how can people contact you? What are your social handles where people can be able to link with you in case anyone wants to communicate with you, buy your music, or any artist want to do a collaboration with you?
Okay, on all of the social media networks, it's Dustry-Tv Artist. Okay. Dustry-Tv Artist. That's on all social media networks, on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube, you know, the Spotify, the iTunes. Just type in Dustry the Artist, and you will see everything that you want to see, and make a link. Dustry the Artist, you know, all across the board.
All right. Yeah. This question we always ask all our artists: any fun facts that people don't know about Dustry, and just your parting shots to the Kenyan people and your fans?
Fun fact. My fun fact. It wouldn't be something that is kind of is it called? My fun fact is like I'm a historical kind of, right? So my fun is to sit and talk about history, or learning more about you know things that went on in the past, and visiting historical sites. You know, my fact of fun is not just to go out and enjoy myself or play football or you know so on. I'm really a historical kind of a person, so I find a lot of fun and joy talking about that stuff and visiting historical sites, you know, which is kind of a weird fun fact, because most persons will see that as being boring. But that is what I see as my fun, you know. Okay.
Now, any parting shots, any last words to the Kenyan viewers and just your fans in general?
All right, Nairobi, Kenya. This is Dustry the Artist, right? And I would love to come down to Kenya, Nairobi, wherever, and to perform for you I got the hit songs, the Boom Boom Bang. I have the Torch ready for you. I got the Revolution, and I got a whole bunch of other songs ready to come and grace the stage to perform for my brothers and sisters all over the world and in Africa. So reach out, make the link, you know, bring Dustry to Africa. And thank you, Reggae Iration, for this opportunity, right? Give thanks, man.
All right. All right. Much appreciation from you, Dustry. It's been a great conversation. We're looking forward to see you here in Kenya and also have you in our studio live and direct. And also you come and perform also, you know. We really want to get the Jamaican vibe and good music. Thank you so much, Dustry. A lot of people have also commented a lot of people have just commented and congratulating you. I can see a lot of people. There's Dennis here saying, we really love your music. Great conversation from Dustry. Another one here, Chokocha Ikuyu, is telling me great conversation, you guys. And someone was asking how can he get a collaboration with you. And I think you've said people should just link with you on your platform. That's really
on the platform, Dustry.
Yeah, man. And that's it for today. Thank you so much, Dustry, the artist. I will just get to hear your music as we wind it up.
Respect.
It's Dustry again. Boom, 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 bam, one another. Drop it every time, anywhere, any weather. Boom, 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 bam, to the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. Boom, 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 bam, one another. Drop it anytime, anywhere, any weather. Boom, 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 bam, to the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. Them a walking hell, boy, knocker as them toy. Them reputation is to seek and destroy. And if you think a lie, just listen to the people cry. Frustration in them heart, you see the fear in them eyes. So boom, bang, you think like I bring it. It's just another hell boy in the streets of jam down. Clap it, female, black rain, fall on the ones. Family and friend, them sing the black song. Them a boom, 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 bang, one another. Clap it anytime, anywhere, any weather. Them a boom, 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 bang, see the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. Them a boom, 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 bang, one another. Clap it anytime, anywhere, any weather. Them a boom, 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 bang, for the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. What I leave it up there, nobody boss it today. Everyone's a live good and a go them on a way. Jerk on the pan corner, that me no game I play. The kids in the street, what a joyful display. Here comes the hell boys again and them evil times 10. Knocka, black rain fall again. When it a go stop, tell me when it a go end. Can't build pan the corner, can't build with your friend. Them a boom, 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 bang, one another. Stop it all the time, anywhere, any weather. Them a boom, 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 bang, for the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. Them a boom, 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 bang, one another. Stop it anytime, anywhere, any weather. Them a boom, 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 bang, for the cheddar. Can't take no talk, kill it, not winger. I'm shiving up,
no leave me, no leave me. Give me another chance, give me another chance. It's too bad to say goodbye. No leave me, no leave me. Give me another chance, give me another chance. It's too bad to say goodbye. She said it's time for me, you know. But I got to do what I have to do because I can't do this no more. With you, it ain't worth it. You need to find something or someone.